Hi everybody, it's Mark Shelsh here. This is the Mark Art Show coming to you from Galleria de las Islas in Metro Manila, Philippines. And we're going to continue on today talking about sales. I've had such a great response to it through comments and through PMs that I thought I'd continue this because it's so interesting. When you can get past the concept of the salesperson and start to see it as building relationships with other people, selling becomes a whole different thing. Selling is not about pressure. It's not about pushing something and forcing someone to buy. The people who force someone to buy, or hard sellers we call it, are only looking for one sale. You and I in this business, in the art business, are looking for a lifetime of sales. So we want to build a relationship with our collector. We want to become friends with our collector, and we want them then to give us permission so we can show them the work. We're not looking for one sale. We never are. Now, most people who try to sell paintings never analyze why they buy, why they personally buy. Never sit down and think about, why do I buy something? What makes me buy something? What triggers me to say yes to something? We don't do that, you see. So because we never think that we're being sold to. But everybody's selling all the time. In everything we are doing, we are selling. We're building relationships, we're selling. Okay, now, here, think about this. The iPhone. The iPhone is iconic. Why is the iPhone iconic? I don't know. I don't have an iPhone. But I'm sure many of you do have an iPhone, and I'm sure you have strong opinions about that phone. I know with my children, they have strong opinions about why the iPhone is a great phone, and they'll give me lots of reasons why it is, and I just sit back and think, I don't accept that. You know, I don't have an iPhone. I've never had an iPhone, so I haven't been brought into the fold. I'm not part of that tribe, okay? But people buy an iPhone for many reasons. Because of a story they tell themselves. They heard Steve Jobs get up and do a great sales presentation. They saw that the iPhone was something so new and so different. And really the iPhone is a fashion icon. It is something like sculpture. It is more than just a phone. Though in reality, it's just a phone. Is it the best phone on the market? Probably not. It is the most expensive, but people still buy it. We don't buy for reasons of being frugal or what is the best deal. We buy because we get an emotional attachment. And that's why people buy iPhones. They go and upgrade the iPhone. Why? Because the story it tells them, that they are fashion. I am part of a tribe. I'm part of someone who has an iPhone. Look at me. You know, all of that matters. Now, right now, I use a Samsung phone because of the camera that's in it. I personally would rather use a local phone because they make some great local phones here, and I want to, support local industry. But the problem is the local phones do not take a microphone. So I have to stick with what I've got. Your iPhones take a microphone. They're a good phone. So it's not critical about the iPhone or Samsung or anything else. It's about why did I buy it? Now, if you can sit down and answer those questions to yourself, you are going to learn a lot about selling because you bought. So if you buy, you can sell. Now, let's think about paintings. We get lots of reasons why people think paintings are good. Okay, I've been in the gallery business a short time, so I know a little bit about it. Nobody buys a painting because of the great craftsmanship. I have never had anybody walk up to me and say, you know, Mark, that painting is so well painted. They are obviously a very gifted craftsman. I'm going to buy it because of that. Now, no one has ever said that to me in the whole time I've been selling paintings. No one has ever walked up to me and said, you know, Mark, I love the composition of this painting. It speaks to me. I'm going to buy it. Never once. I've never had anybody walk up to me and say, Mark, you know, they are superior art materials in that painting. That's why I'm going to buy it. Never once. Never had anybody say that to me. I've never had anyone walk up to me and say, you know, Mark, The frame on that painting sells me. That's why I'm going to buy it. Never once. I've had people walk up to me and say, oh my God, I love that painting. I need it. I want to have it. You see, it really comes down to that kind of connection. Now, these paintings by Mark Hernandez, I really love them. I think they're great art. Composition-wise, craftsmanship-wise, all those things, product that he used, all of it. You can come find fault with all of those things. But in the end, I look at them and I go, my God, they are great art. I love this work because it appeals to me. So all the other things, any negatives, I just block them out. I don't want to hear those because the story I tell myself is that I like this art. You catching on here, guys? Because you see, it's the story we tell to ourselves. It's what the buyer standing in front of the painting, when you're talking to them and telling them about the painting, it's what they are thinking about. Are they thinking about, my Lord, this painting is so beautiful, I really want to hang it in my lounge room? Or are they thinking, it's late, I need to get home, I've got a lot to do? What are they thinking? Because if they're thinking the latter, they're not buying. If they're thinking the first, yes, they're going to probably get to a point of buying. Now, people tell stories. Let me give you another example. When you bought your first house, or you walk in, and what's your first thing when you get in there? Your first thing is, I love it. I love it. And if you find faults with it, you don't care. You just love it. This is my house. I'm going to buy this house. I love it. Yeah, but the windows don't close properly. I don't care. Fix it. Oh, but the carpet needs to be replaced. That's okay. I just love it. You see, we tell a story, and that story we tell, that desire, that want overpowers everything else, and we buy. If you don't think it's true, think about this. Have you ever built a house? I remember a friend of mine built a house, and he wanted to show me where the house was going to be built. He took me to the place it was. It was on a nice hill overlooking the sea at the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. And he said, this is where the bedrooms will be, and this is where the kitchen will be, and see, it overlooks the water. Imagine you're standing in front of the benches. He had built the whole house in his mind. He saw the house. It was real to him here, and it became a reality in life. You see, friends, in the beginning, when we buy anything, we buy it in here first, and then we go and get it. And that's what we have to do when someone wants to buy our painting. We have to get them, if they like it, I mean, we're not forcing someone. If someone says to me, I really love this painting of Mark's, and I think it's beautiful. What do you think? Do you think this is his best one? And I'll say, look, I love it. I like Mark's work. I can just imagine it hanging on the wall in your apartment. It's so good. This painting will not become invisible. You are always going to notice this painting. This painting will always stand out and say, hey, look at me. And, it'll when people come over, they're going to see your painting and see how wonderful it is. You see, we're painting a picture. This guy then can see. He's painting on the wall of his apartment. He can see his friends coming in and his friends looking at it and saying, wow, that's different. All this kind of thing, especially the friends who like really conventional work, they're going to look at this and go, I think he's lost his mind. You get what I'm saying, friends? It's a story. It's a story. And the story builds a desire and a want, and then we buy. Analyze you. That's my challenge to you today is this. You think about what I've said, and then you think about all the major purchases you buy, or even some silly purchases you buy. Maybe they're even better. And say to yourself, why did I buy that? What was the motivating factor for me buying that? And the motivating factor, 9 times out of 10, will be the story you told yourself. I needed that. I wanted it. I loved it. All these things. And that's what happens. So once you can understand why you do it, you then go and just put it into practice when you're dealing with somebody who's interested in your work. You don't force them to buy. We're not forcing anybody. All we're trying to do is get them to tell a story to themselves. And if the story resonates with them, they'll buy. And if the story doesn't resonate with them, you won't have offended them, and you can continue to build the relationship. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. because I think it's important. The most important thing I see in the sales process that I do in the gallery is I'm making friends. That's what I want to do. Making a friend is more important than making the sale, because I know if I make a friend and the friendship continues, I will make the sale. You understand? It's building a relationship. And you might say, oh, Mark, that's manipulative. You make a friend. And no, it's not. No, it's not. They can always say no. Everybody can say no. I don't hold guns to people's head. Okay, I hope that helps. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you do it. Think about what you have done in the past when you've purchased, and then put it into practice the other way around. Reverse it. Okay? You have a fabulous day. Get out there and paint. And if you've got an exhibition coming up, get out there and sell and be nice to people and make friends, because that's what it's all about. Okay, my friends, I look forward to the day when you come and visit me here in Galleria de las Islas. And remember, people are hurting out there. Smiles and hugs are free. Give them away generously. And I'm going to talk to you again tomorrow. Let me know what you think about this, okay? You have a fabulous day. Ciao.